Guys, I regret to tell you that this video is going to be long. Now I regret telling you that this video is going to be long. Wait, what's the difference? Stick around and find out. Hi everyone, my name is Liam and welcome back to the channel. This is Grammar Simple, the channel that makes English grammar simple. Okay, today we have the lesson that you voted for. Infinitives and gerunds compared. How do we use them? What are the similarities? What are the differences? And I'm going to give you as many verbs as I could find, and I'm going to put them in different categories to help you memorize them. Okay, let's begin. All right, like I said, this is going to be a long video today, so get that coffee. Batman. Gerunds versus infinitives. Same meaning and different meaning. We are also going to talk about objects. So let's get started. But before we begin, please take a moment to subscribe. I have almost reached 1,000 subscribers. Party time. And if you subscribe, it will really help me out. Thank you. Okay. Part 1. Wait. There is something you need to know. The first rule about verbs followed by infinitives and gerunds is there are no rules. These verbs must be memorized by the learner. You. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Okay. Part 1. Infinitives. What is an infinitive? Infinitive is to plus base verb. To give. To play. To walk. To know. To quit. To help. To see. To understand, to experience, etc. Study the following example. I asked him to help me. Verb. Infinitive. We wanted to ask for directions. Verb. Infinitive. Certain verbs are commonly followed only by to plus infinitive. To plus verb. I agreed to sign the legal contract. Here are some examples of these types of verbs. Agree, arrange, attempt, choose, decide, fail, hope, learn, manage, offer, plan, seem. I suggest you study these verbs in this category, to plus infinitive. Make a list of these verbs in your notebook. Create a section in your notebook called Verbs followed by the infinitive with to, no object. And write down the verbs. I suggest using alphabetical order, A, B, C, etc. Certain verbs are commonly followed only by object plus to plus infinitive. For example, I advised her to sign the legal contract. Her is the object. Here are some examples with verbs. Here are some examples of verbs used with object plus to plus infinitive. Advise, allow, command, forbid, force, invite, order, persuade, remind, teach, tell. Create a section in your notebook called Verbs followed by object plus the infinitive with to. And write down the verbs. Again, I suggest using alphabetical order. Look at these two sentences again. What is the difference in meaning? We wanted to ask for directions. We wanted him to ask for directions. In the first example, we wanted to ask for directions. This means we, my group, wanted to ask someone for directions. In the second example, we wanted him to ask for directions. This means we, my group, wanted someone else, a different person, a different man, to ask for directions. So the object makes a big difference. In English, there are certain verbs that are commonly followed by to plus infinitive, and often object plus to plus infinitive. Let's look at some of those verbs. The following is not a complete list, but here are some examples. Let's start with A. Agree, appear, arrange, ask, attempt. B. Beg. C. Can afford, can't afford. Can wait, can't wait. Care, chance, choose, claim, come, consent. D, dare, decide, demand, determine, deserve. E, elect, endeavor, expect. F, fail. G, get, grow or grow up, guarantee. H, hesitate, hope, hurry. I, incline. L, learn. M, manage, mean. N, neglect. O, offer. P, play, plan, pretend, prepare, promise, profess, prove. R, refuse, remain, resolve, request. S, say, seek, seem, shudder, strive, struggle, swear. T, tend, threaten, turn out. V, venture, volunteer. W, wait, want, wish, would like. Y, yearn. I suggest you study these verbs also. Make a list of these verbs in your notebook. Create a section called verbs followed by the infinitive with to. This is the big list. And write down the verbs. And again, I suggest using alphabetical order. Remember to leave space for new verbs you find when you read and learn more vocabulary in English. Okay, part 2, gerunds. What is a gerund? A gerund is verb plus ing. Giving, playing, walking, quitting, helping, seeing, experiencing, running, completing, smiling, reading, etc. Study the following example. Our boss recommends completing our work on time. Verb, gerund. He regretted missing the train. Verb, gerund. In English, there are certain verbs that are commonly followed by a gerund. Again, there are no rules. These verbs must be memorized by the learner. You have to remember them and how they work with the grammar. Again, the following list is not complete, but here are some examples. A. Abhor. Abhor means hate. Acknowledge. Admit. Advise. Allow. Anticipate. Appreciate. Avoid. Be. Be worth. C. Can't help. Celebrate. Confess. Consider. D. Defend. Delay. Detest. Discontinue. Discuss. Dislike. Dispute. Dread. E. Enjoy. Escape. Evade. Explain. F. Fancy. Fear. Feel like. Feign. Finish. Forgive. G. Give up. This means stop. K. Keep. Keep on. This means continue. M. Mention. Mind. Miss. N. Necessitate. O. Omit. P. Permit. Picture. Postpone. Practice. Prevent. Put off. R. Recall. Recollect. Recommend. Report. Resent. Resist. Resume. Risk. S. Shirk. Shun. Suggest. Support. T. Tolerate. U. Understand. Urge. W. Warrant. Make a list of these verbs in your notebook. Create a section called Verbs followed by a gerund, and write down the verbs. Use alphabetical order, and remember to leave space for new words you find. Okay, part 3, infinitives and gerunds. No change in meaning. So these are sentences where you can use an infinitive or you can use a gerund. Both are okay, and there is no change to the meaning of the sentence. Using an infinitive or a gerund after certain verbs does not change the meaning of the sentence. Study the following example. It started to snow an hour ago. Verb, infinitive. It started snowing an hour ago. Verb, gerund. It started to snow. It started snowing. The meaning is the same. Study the next example. They began to write the test. They began writing the test. The meaning is the same. The Vancouver Canucks continue to win games. The Vancouver Canucks continue winning games. The meaning is the same. These verbs must also be memorized by the learner. The following are the most common verbs where the meaning of the sentence does not change. Begin, can't bear, can't stand, continue, hate, like, love, prefer, propose, start. Make a list called verbs followed by a gerund, no change in meaning, and verbs followed by an infinitive, no change in meaning. And write down the verbs. Use alphabetical order. Okay. What about infinitives and gerunds with a change in meaning? Using an infinitive or a gerund after certain verbs does change the meaning of the sentence. Study the following example. I forgot to go to my appointment. What does this sentence mean? What do you think? I forgot to go to my appointment. It means I didn't go to my appointment because I forgot. What about the next example? I forgot going to my appointment. What does this sentence mean? Is the meaning the same or different? I forgot going to my appointment. This means I went to my appointment. I did go to my appointment, but I didn't remember doing this. I didn't remember going. I forgot that I went. So, study the following examples. After high school, she went on to study biology at university. After high school, she went on studying biology at university. The meanings are different. What do you think they mean? You can pause the video to think about it. Don't worry if you are not correct. These are difficult. Okay, are you ready? After high school, she went on to study biology at university. This means she ended one period of her life, one time in her life, high school, and she began another period in her life, another time in her life, university. So she stopped one and she began another. After high school, she went on studying biology at university. This means she continued her studies in biology at the next level. She continued from high school to university, specifically in biology. The following are the most common verbs where the meaning of the sentence does change. Forget. Go on. You saw that in the previous example. Went on. Go on, went on. Went is the past tense of go. It's irregular. Quit. Regret. Remember. Stop. Try. Okay, make a list called verbs followed by a gerund or infinitive change in meaning. I'm sorry, I forgot to write infinitive too. Remember, you can use both, but the meaning is different. Use alphabetical order. Let's look at some more examples. She quit to work with us. Why did she quit? To work with us. This means she quit her old job in order to work with us. She quit working with us. What does this mean? She stopped working with us. She has moved on to a different job or different place. I regret informing her about the bad news. I am unhappy with this decision. I regret this decision. I wish I didn't say anything. I regret telling her about the bad news. I wish I didn't say this. I regret to inform you that I am leaving the company. This means I made this decision already in the past, but I didn't tell you until now. I am telling you this now. And I'm sorry. So many meanings. This expression, I regret to inform you, I regret to inform him, her. I regret to inform is a common expression. It means I'm telling you this now and I'm sorry. The boy remembered to call his grandmother. He's a good grandson. Call your grandmother. What does this mean? He called her. He did not forget to call her. The boy remembered calling his grandmother. He has memories about their phone conversations. He has memories of their telephone conversations. She stopped to call her boyfriend. This means she interrupted what she was doing. She stopped what she was doing and called him. She stopped calling her boyfriend. This means she has not called him. Maybe they had a fight, and that is why she is not calling him. Or maybe they broke up, so she doesn't want to talk to him. She tried to open a window. This means she attempted this action to open the window, but she did not succeed. She could not open the window. Maybe the window is broken, or maybe she's not strong enough. She tried opening a window. What does this mean? This means this was one action among many that she tried. There was a reason she tried this, and there were other actions she tried also to solve a problem. Maybe the room was hot, so she tried opening a window to see if the air was cooler. Okay, for most of these differences in meaning, the change in meaning is not obvious. It's not obvious to English learners. Not from the grammar alone, not from only the grammar. Therefore, they must be memorized. These differences in meaning must be memorized. When you encounter them, when you hear them in movies, in books, things like that, when you watch my channel. In other words, when you see the following verbs before infinitives or gerunds, understand or remember that there are two different meanings in the sentences. And don't be afraid to ask questions to me or English speakers you know. Most English speakers will be happy to help you, I hope. Also, understanding these differences is not easy. And I don't expect you to understand everything right away or right now. It will take time, and the more you immerse yourself in English speaking, English culture, English TV, movies, music, books, it will help you. You will learn this the more fluent you become. So don't give up. Okay, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching the video until the end. You rock. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And remember, keep going with your English. Don't give up. You can do it. Ciao.